Folks, we'll make room for you. Yeah, we got a big crowd, but we'll make room for you, and it is a long parade route. We'll make room for you. Bring the kids, because rumor has it there's going to be candy flying around on Main Street. You know, I think so. I want to bring in right now a couple of folks, and I just wondering what they're feeling, because Mary Hinkleman, of course, runs the Chamber of Commerce here in Bowling Green, and Kent Kokomore is along as well, business owner and parade chairman this year. And it's time. It's time, kids. It's all led up to this. So what are you feeling? Are you nervous? Are you excited? What are you feeling?
Super, super excited. This is as much work as it is, Jerry.
Yeah.
It has to be the most fantastic thing that we do for our community. Bringing them all together like this. Don't let me get choked up here.
Yeah,
no, it's live TV. Let's go to. I want you to get choked up. It works really well on TV.
That happens when Santa doesn't make it into the parade.
What?
It's great. We have so much pride in our community.
Yeah.
And this is one way we can show all our neighbors and everybody out there watching on WTOL how much pride we have in our city.
Kent, you're on the board of the Chamber of Commerce,
Yeah.
and you're also a business owner. Get a plug in for your business. We're going to be talking about them later on as well. But tell me about the work that goes into making this happen. With this many units, it's got to take a long time.
It does take a long time, and this is my first year really chairing the committee, so I was in awe as to amount of work that goes into this. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people out here in the community that really don't understand what kind of devotion she has in making this a great parade.
Yeah. No. You're her boss, right?
No, I'm not. No,
You're on the board.
I'm on the board.
I got to tell you, after what he just said, now would be the time to ask for a raise. Because he's just told the world what a great job you do.
You know, working for a nonprofit is meaning you're serving your community, and most of the time when you're in that kind of role, it's not about the money. It's about serving your community.
When you come to BG, folks, you're going to come to a great downtown. I know we're celebrating that as well. And we think it's really important as we approach the holiday shopping season, buy local. After what we've all been through for the past year, spend it here. And, man, we have some shops that'll be glad to do business with you. Let's do an introduction right here as we're seeing the color guard. We'll come back, guys.
The BG American Legion Post 45, you saw walking by there, Vern Hansen, David Ridenour, Joe Fawcett, Greg Ribonet. They're all veterans that are leading the colors as we start off the Bowling Green Holiday Parade. Marching with them are veterans across the BG community, including BG VFW Post 1148 and BG American Vets Post 711. And right behind them, following up very closely, our Grand Marshal of today's parade, which is Mayor Mike Aspacher. He's riding with his wife, Tony, and granddaughter, Macy, driving a Ford Mustang convertible. And they want to let you know the Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce Holiday Parade project team would like to recognize and thank all healthcare workers and first responders for their dedication and service over the last year and a half. How better to represent the people than the folks of the Wood County Hospital?
Here's Mayor Mike coming in the bright yellow Mustang. I want to get back to where we were, though, with Mary and with Kirk, because we're talking about in downtown BG, you're going to have some shops that have been around forever, but then we've got some new people with exciting new products.
We've been doing so many ribbon cuttings.
Hi, Mayor.
With the new businesses. We've been doing so many ribbon cuttings with the new businesses, and I cannot believe how many of those are in our downtown. So, yes, new businesses, please come down and see what all is going on here. I'm like, got it? In our theme of the parade, which is Elves on Main. So check out, there are elves everywhere in the windows and stuff like that too. So another reason, the windows are decorated beautiful. Just come down and experience Bowling Green.
The mayor's going to be along later on in the broadcast. We've got to get him all the way down South Main Street as the Grand Marshal. We also saw Gene and Rita Klotz. You talk about a family story for decades, and finally this year they decided it's time to go enjoy retirement. They are beloved in this community.
They are very beloved. That was number one. When we were looking for our honorary grand marshals, everybody said Gene and Rita Klotz. Yeah. Fantastic people that gave to the community over the years.
Great. Well, Kent, Mary, thank you guys very much. Go enjoy this. You've worked hard enough for it.
Thank you so much.
The hard part's over with. Go enjoy it. Go have fun. And
you guys have fun too.
We're going to do that.
Watch for those starships.
Absolutely. You guys take it.
That's a little hint of what's to come. Those little robots. If you're down in Bowling Green,
those are just
come by.
Yeah. Hey,
Hey, we saw Wood County Hospital, one of the presenting sponsors of today's parade.
Way to go.
By Wood County Hospital marking 70 years in the community here. Leaders, volunteers, hospital advocates, very generous in assisting with philanthropy efforts around the community as well.
I was born at the Wood County Hospital. So if you have any issues, take it up with them. Blame them. Here they come. Look at the float. They got the Elves working over there.
There we go. Hi.
Wood County Hospital is, of course, a community hospital. Local partners such as the Toledo Clinic help bring specialists close to home. Community leaders, volunteers, hospital advocates, very generous in assisting the hospital.
They've got a few friends with them, too.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, they're out today.
I think this is going to be our biggest group, maybe. We're going to find out. Passing out the candy. The kids are already going for that. Now, the Wood County Hospital is one of many presenting sponsors for today's holiday parade that you're seeing, including Bowling Green State University shortly coming up, the Chamber of Commerce, and the city of Bowling Green. Hi, guys.
My buddy Rick Angle, he drives the bus with me. He's Center Township trustee, going by, holding the grandkid. This is great. Everybody from Wood County Hospital. Good morning to you. Thanks for what you guys do in the community.
They've got the nice gear. 70 years. So how many years into that were you born?
See, I knew that was coming when we brought that up. It was almost a spanking new hospital. I hate to say that. Yeah. But here we go. Incoming. I got that.
We got our first piece of candy. Here we go. Let's see.
A Twix just landed.
Yeah.
And you got a Hershey's.
I'll take a Hershey's. I'll take that. And of course, my 5-year-old son Grant is here, so I'm not actually going to get the candy. It gets funneled down. They've got their Elves costumes on. All right, following close behind them, the Bowling Green State University, including President Rodney Rogers. What we're seeing on our screen right there, though, is the nationally acclaimed and award-winning dance team along with them as well.
I tell you what, I get to do all of the basketball games down at the Stroh Center, men's and women's, and our cheer and dance teams are just fantastic. BG, as you know, also a big employer in town, employs thousands of faculty and staff, recognized by Forbes as one of America's best mid-sized employers. When they ask kids, the Wall Street Journal actually does a national survey asking students, do you like your decision? Would you do it again? Would you come back? Bowling Green ranked the #1 public university in the Midwest that students would choose again. You know what? We ought to get down. I think it's got to be down there with a performance.
Let's get it down. Kaylee Kirby here. All right, let's get a view of the performance here real quick, and then we're going to get it to Kaylee Kirby.
Let the record show, ladies and gentlemen, those are college students, and they're up on a Saturday morning being productive and performing very well. So it can happen, and it does happen at Bowling Green.
I want to thank some of our other sponsors for today's holiday parade, including Visit Me Ohio, Beakelman Corporation, Marsh and March, BG Transit, and Farmer and Merchants State Bank.
Let's get it down to Kayla Kirby. What's going on parade side?
You know, we just passed, we had the cheerleaders and the dance team from Bgsu just pass us. Definitely a great way to start out the show. The inner college cheerleader in me was so excited seeing them cheer. All of the people right here definitely taking pictures and excited to see what else is to come. I know Congressman Bob Latta right here behind me. We've also got our co-workers with WTOL 11 and the First Alert Defender coming just right after Congressman Bob Latta. So I'll throw it back to you guys over there just a few feet away from me, and we will continue to see who comes down and how this judging is going.
Kaylee, thanks very much. It's going to be tough. I'll tell you, the judges will introduce you. Well, Kaylee will have all of that as you look at Congressman Latta, his wife, Marcia. They were preceded in the parade by Wood County Sheriff Mark Vostolishin, who has walked in the Bowling Green Community Holiday Parade every year, held since
2003.
2003, you are correct,
Hey!
Ryan Wichman. And now we know a little bit about this unit.
We got her out of the garage this morning, cleaned her up good, even though she had mud on the side of her. I checked it out last night. I'm like, we might need to polish that thing up a little bit. This is WTOL 11 First Alert Defender, the best, biggest mobile weather lab in Northwest Ohio. We got the LED lights. We've got the 360 camera. Jerry, that's an anemometer spinning on the top on the weather station.
That's a wind speed thing. I know this. I worked right next to you for how many years?
That was very technical, a wind speed thing, yes.
See, they would do that anemometer stuff, and then I would bring it down to my level.
The wind speed
thing.
There's also a temperature, how it feels on your skin thing. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Not to be confused with anything else. And
by the way, what is the temperature? How is it feeling on our skin today, would you say? We're in the 30s?
Hold on. Let me take my glove off, put my thumb up in the air.
Mr. Technical.
31-degree air temperature, I believe.
Wind chill in the 20s?
Wind chill in the 20s. We used to, at the Four Corners here, we used to have the clock and the temperature rolling up there.
No doubt.
Not anymore. All right. Hey,
First,
look at this.
I'll tell you what, First Alert Defender looks good. Now, this is cool. City of Bowling Green Public Works. These are cool. See these snow plows? Who did that painting? It was students from the 3 elementary schools in town, Kenwood, Craven, and Conneaut, plus Bowling Green Middle School, Bowling Green High School, Bowling Green Public Works plows 107 lane miles of city streets each winter. I hate to bring it up, folks. The weatherman's here. It's gonna happen sometime.
But not today.
Not today. That's right.
Look at this. We got a Starship on the front of one of them, too. And I'm telling you, I've heard very good things about what's to come for the Starship as we go through the Bowling Green Holiday Parade. And let's keep in mind, too, when those plows are out, let's give them the space that they need as well, as those are public utility drivers working out there.
Yeah, give snowplows space. Give public school buses space. Give us space.
Especially bus number 3.
Yeah.
Bus number 3.
There's just some good looking. And if you're confused a little bit with Ryan talking about Starship and you're thinking about something from Star Wars, we'll explain all of that. But if you've been around Bowling Green, on that the plow there on your left, screen left, they're little white things, and they're running all over town, dozens of them, and you see them, and they are delivering meals, food to people who don't want to leave.
It was a novelty at first, and now it's like people around the community just love them.
It's business. It is business.
And they're hilarious to see on the side. If you haven't seen one in person, stay with us. They're kind of hilarious to see actually run it. All right, so we got the plows coming through. Yep. Thankfully, not scraping anything this morning. We've got beautiful weather here, even though we're going to complain a little bit about how chilly it is. Everybody's bundled up. The kids already have their first round of chocolate, thanks to the Wood County Hospital that's come through, passing that along and giving us a honk.
Okay, do that thing, that gesture that the kids do.
Let's see if we get one.
Let's see if we get one. Come on, guys, for TV.
Are they watching?
You're right next door. Hey, Public Works, give me some love. They're not looking. Hey, Timmy, give me some horn.
They're more concerned.
There we go.
Okay, we got
Timmy
one.
Got
you guys know what we're talking about at home. There we go.
Tim Hammer, longtime city employee and a dear friend of mine.
How many of these plows they got? Well, look at Jerry. Look at this one. They've got like a canoe and wow,
beautiful
that's a great
artwork
painting.
on the front of these plows.
Nice job, students.
Okay, now
Let's
they got us over here.
We gonna do another one?
Let's hear it. Light it up. Come on, give me some. There we go.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we're still kids.
There we go. We're still kids. At a parade, everybody's a kid, aren't you? You should be at a parade, just having fun. Let's get back online here because I got to tell you, these people are incredible. They built their own building out on Brim Road just so they can do what they love to do, which is
dance. They do different types. They do tap, jazz, ballet, hip-hop, and tumbling under the staff of 12 professionals. Now, the Beat offers adult classes as well as recreational dance and a nationally ranked competition company for kids who we are about to see perform here in the Four Corners career session. Four Corners session right here in Bowling Green. Let's give them a watch here. The Beat Dance Company, also one of our sponsors for today's parade.
Tell you what, they love to dance. They're good at it. It's a great way to stay in shape, stay active, and it's good to have the Beat Dance Company as one of our sponsors and as one of the participants as you're watching the 2021 Bowling Green Holiday Parade downtown.
All right, I want to see this.
Let's get down there. Yep. Wow. That was amazing. The Beat Dance Company. You may have mentioned, yeah, they have adult classes, but they have recreational dance and a nationally ranked competition even for kids. We've got the spirit this way and then that way. It's the Beat Dance Company.
They didn't invite us out there.
For good reason, obviously. We just showed that. But good to have them along as a sponsor.
Kids of all ages out there. And yeah, I think our loudest roar so far when they started doing the tap dancing.
They brought the wooden tap floor out there and started tap dancing in the four corners. That was amazing.
Again, one of our sponsors there also and performers of today's Bowling Green Holiday Parade. We've also got Bates Recycling to thank. We've got Bowling Green Economic Development and AA Green Realty to thank as the Beat Studio comes dancing down Main Street right behind us here at our live studio out here on Main Street in Bowling Green.
Got the big speaker working, cranking out the Christmas songs, and I got to tell you, there's a lot of people out there. Nicely, a lot of talented people out there.
About as tall or short as you want out there right now.
Everybody's out there. Good job.
All right, following up the beat is going to be our I Love BG recipient, Phil Hollenball. He's the 2021 recipient, as you can see coming down in a
great story. He retired as an iron worker, a union iron worker, local 55, but he is also a master gardener volunteer. If you've been to the beautiful Simpson Garden Park in Bowling Green out there at Conneaut in Winter Garden, he created the Hosta Garden in Simpson Garden Park, one of the largest public national display gardens in the entire U.S. of A. So Phil is the recipient from the chamber of the I Love BG Award, and he puts it into practice on a regular basis.
For people who come to Bowling Green infrequently and stay closer to that I-75 corridor, BGSU, lot to offer over there. I think the best kept secret in Bowling Green is the Simpson Garden.
Simpson is amazing.
It's phenomenal. It's got a great walking path. There's places for the kids to play, great space. So thank you, Phil, for everything you've done as well.
Congratulations. Nicely done. Way to go.
Love it out there. Our State Senator Teresa Gavarone's coming by here and coming by in style. Look at this on Clydesdales. Of course, one of the co-owners of the famous Mr. Spots down here in Bowling Green.
You know who loves Mr. Spots? Keep this in mind.
I do know who you're about to say, but he lives in a much warmer climate, I believe.
No, I'm talking about your general manager, Brian Lorenzen, loves Mr. Spots. When he would come down to have lunch with me, he had insisted on going to Mr. Spots. Beautiful horses right there as well. Pulling the state senator from Ohio's 2nd Senate District. There she is, Teresa Gavarone. You talk about working your way up. At one time, she was my city council person in Ward 4, just a geographic district of Bowling Green. Went from there to the State House of Representatives, and then went from there to the State Senate. There are 33 state senators, 99 House of Representatives members. So let's give her a wave. How are you? Nice to see you. Hi, Jim. Jim's up there with her husband, and together they own Mr. Spots here.
I thought you were going to say, because there's a Mr. Spots here, and there is a Mr. Spots in Ann Arbor.
Okay, yeah.
Tom Brady has credited Mr. Spots with getting through college. That's a true story.
I love that.
That's a true story.
I love that.
And also our general manager, Brian Lorenzen.
And who also does it? We have the Wood County Commissioners making their way past. There they come.
Not on Clydesdales. Commissioners say they are honored to serve the residents here of Wood County.
They also reminded, and we talked about this earlier, shop locally. Support your local merchants and have a great holiday season. Here's Scout Pack, Cub Scout Pack, number 422. They're based out of Conneaut, one of the elementary schools here in town. Cub Scouts, of course, a fun way to teach educational activities while teaching values that last a lifetime.
I remember being a Boy Scout myself, Cub Scout, walking in this parade when I was a kid. And,
is that right?
Yeah, that was a few years ago now. But,
Commissioners, and I got to tell you, County Commissioner Doris Herringshaw, that is her. She found her husband, found a job that Paul could do. He's driving them.
Driving, okay.
Paul, of course, a very successful Wood County farmer as well. So good to have the commissioners along, and good to have Pack 422, the guys, the Cub Scouts from right here in BG.
And they've got some elves along with them there. Everybody's kind of in the holiday spirit. You're going to see a lot of elves at today's parade. Again, presenting live the Bowling Green Holiday Parade, the City of Bowling Green, the Chamber of Commerce, Bowling Green State University, and Wood County Hospital are presenting sponsors for today's holiday parade. Following up the Boy Scouts as Cub Scouts as they come walking by here from out of Conneaut, we've got the Brown Bag Food Project, which is providing 5 to 7 day supply for food, hygiene, and pet food to Wood County residents. Now, they're open Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and no appointment is needed.
Got to tell you, they do a great job. I have been out there quite by accident when, parked the car so I could do the Slippery Elm Trail.
It's right across from where the Montessori is, yep.
And I happened to be out there when the cars were lined up, and it was kind of a two-edged sword, Ryan, because on the one hand, I was so grateful and proud of the Brown Bag Food Project for helping those folks, but then it also reminded me how much need there is still out there, and especially in this holiday season, folks, never forget that. And if you'd like to volunteer or maybe donate, you can visit their website at Brown Bag Food Project. That's all one word, brownbagfoodproject.org.
They've got some dogs in costume as well with the Brown Bag Food Project coming by. Up next, we've got the Fraternal Order of Police here of Wood County. It's a police membership made up of law enforcement officers from Northwest Ohio, serving several youth activities as well, including the 4-H. They host their annual Cops and Kids Holiday Shopping event. We air those on WTOL 11, a very inspiring event as well, Jerry, where the kids are paired up with a local police officer, law enforcement officer, and they take them into the stores, and the kids just get to be kids, and it's wonderful.
You know what? The cops get to be kids too. They go shopping with them, and they love it. You've been out there with them, their faces just light up, helping these youngsters get a great Christmas. And so thanks for all you do. Fraternal Order of Police. They also host training and social activities for officers from the area throughout the year. The officers identify families who can use a helping hand, and then they provide that helping hand, whatever assistance is needed.
Now, what holiday parade is fulfilled without a marching band, right? We need some marching bands.
with some cowbell. That's the way you sounded. We need some marching bands here.
I had some gusto with it here. I was just ready for a good marching band. Up first is going to be the Otsego School Marching Band, the Marching Knights from Tontogany.
They are sponsored by Ben's right across the street here in downtown Main Street. Ace Hardware in downtown Bowling Green, the Special Improvement District. They're under the direction of Rich Dubler. Rich does a great job with the Marching Knights. Senior Drum Major Sedona Hadd and Junior Drum Major Julie Shawberry. Good to have the Otsego Concert Band. They have received the highest possible rating when they go to contest. That is the highest rating you can get. They have received that the last, ready? 17 appearances at the OMEA Large Group Contest. That's the Ohio Music Educators Association. I think they're about to perform.
Let's hear them.
Hi, Rich. Good to see you, friend.
I love it. I've been in the holiday spirit. I've been in the holiday spirit for a couple weeks now, Jerry, and I'm just so jazzed now. This is great. This is great.
Ryan City wanted to hear a marching band. That was one. You won't believe how many marching bands we have in
100.
the Bowling Green Holiday Parade. It's not 100, but we've got a really nice group.
Hey! Is this who trained you, Jerry?
This is, okay, that is Buster, okay? Buster the school bus.
Don't wink at me, Buster.
And we use Buster to go out into local schools in Bowling Green. This is now the arrival of the Bowling Green City Schools. The district has a fleet of 27 buses, transporting over 2,500 students each day, traveling an average of 1,700 miles a day. Now, our buses don't normally look like that. We all got one dressed up.
Well, they look like that on the inside, right? With the kids.
There's some of our bus drivers. Thank you guys for being here, and thanks for what you're doing.
All right, so this is not bus number 3.
Hi, Donna Beeve.
Donna Beeve
is here. Toby Snow is the transportation director over there. Good to have you guys.
And the garage located on the north end of town now.
Up on up on Bishop Road.
Hey, we've got some friends inside the bus too.
Yeah, you're gonna maybe have something on. You might want to take a shot on the left side of this bus. Somebody told me they were going to do something.
We've got some faces on the side.
They made elves out of. Oh my gosh, I recognize.
I see one.
That guy right there. That is Elf Jerry, and there's Elf Denny right next to him. My best buddy. Good to see you guys.
Well,
Thanks
Jerry,
for being
thank
here.
you to yourself for helping out. I know that school bus drivers are in need across, not just Northwest Ohio, across the country.
Absolutely,
right now,
all over the country. And
how would you describe the job for somebody out there?
Actually, for me, I enjoy it's a part public service. You feel like you're helping your community, my school district, and you get to know the kids. It's my 4th year of doing it. I've had some of them since elementary school who are now in middle school, and it's just great to see them grow up. So thanks to the BG schools for what they're doing, and to the transportation fleet.
Here we can see Woodhaven Healthcare here, which is our Hermes sponsor for today's Bowling Green Holiday Parade. Now, Woodhaven has 93 short-term bed rehab and long-term care facility. They've been listed and voted as Wood County's best skilled nursing facility in 2019, 2020, and again this year, 3 years running in 2021.
They win all these national awards, too. The 2021 Silver AHCA NCAL National Quality Award and Top Workplace from 2019 to 2020 to 2021. And as we saw on the side there, today they are not only healthcare workers, they are elf care workers. So good to have them.
Told you we're going to have some elf stuff going on.
Elf stuff.
Here's Kroger. They've got some groceries there. You can reduce your holiday stress by using Kroger's pickup services. I've got the app on my phone. It is easy to use, I have to admit.
Terry does that.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet. Terry does.
It's really convenient. I'm still a sucker for walking down the aisles, though. I still like picking it up.
Well, you just like all the people come up to you and say, hey, you're the guy on TV. Hey, Ryan, how you? You just love that adoration.
No, I can sneak extra cookies into the cart that way. Nobody knows.
I honestly actually do believe that, knowing Ryan more than a little bit. Yeah.
Jerry, quit whining.
No. This is the farm. Thank you, Kroger, for everything you're doing. How about Farmers and Merchants State Bank? They're the Tinseltop sponsor today. They were honored with the 2021 Outstanding Customer Service Award, founded back in 1897, headquartered over in Archbold, full-service bank, 30 locations around Northwest Ohio, even over to Northeast Indiana.
I didn't know they were founded in Archbold. I didn't know that.
Farmers and Merchants was. And we just talked about Kroger. Up on the north side of town, that's where you're going to find the Farmers and Merchants Bank, right next to them.
And the whining we're hearing, I was joking about Jerry, but this is a 1935 Chevy fire truck that we're hearing here.
Isn't that cool?
So that's the sound you would hear in 1935 if there was a fire and they were trying to get over there.
That's right.
You can find them here in Bowling Green. They're located right next to Kroger, not just in the holiday parade, but quite literally building-wise next to each other.
From 1935, that Chevy fire truck is. So that's what it would have sounded like in 35 if there were a fire, which would explain why that one old guy over there went running. Kidding. I'm an old guy. The only old guy on this show is me.
You lobbed it up there. I wasn't going to.
There you go. There you go.
All right. The Bgsu Pershing Rifle Company is here. They're a company. I-1 is the drill team from the Bgsu Army and ROTC programs. Big program at Bowling Green State University, the ROTC.
They have presented the Air Force ROTC, has presented the colors at a couple of basketball games just in the last week. Now, this company, I-1, going to be competing. The annual Pershing Rifles National Convention is coming up in Lexington, Kentucky. That's in March of next year, and they will be there competing.
Hot on their heels, ready to perform, our second marching band of today's holiday parade.
Another band already.
Van Buren's marching band.
The Black Knights. They perform at 5 Ohio music education contests held throughout the fall. They have earned numerous Best in Class. Let's listen to them. good sound.
Those are the Black Knights from Van Buren there, and sometimes you hear those songs and you get to hear a whole song. That was kind of a mix and match there.
Yeah, a nice little medley from the Black Knights. They consistently earn superior ratings at the state contest. Our second band of a whole bunch who are joining us at the Bowling Green Holiday Parade. We're on Main Street. We're going to be around till noon, so really, if you're close in the area, there's a whole bunch more parade to come. We're going to have it for you live here, but if you're close, come on out and join us. We're right on Main Street.
And if you're not, I'm jealous of the blanket and the lazy boy that you're sitting in right now. Nice and toasty, I'm sure. This is Kebab up next in the Bowling Green Holiday Parade. They're just right around the corner right here. They've got one of the parklets out front, and they're home to some really delicious food.
No, we love Kebab. In fact, what we're seeing right there, the Jeep Wrangler, they got the Christmas lights on it. It's driven by owners Zach and Kendra Baruti, and their children are along as well, handing out, and the employees as well, handing out candy. Happy holidays, they say, from Kebab, at the home of Wild Wednesdays, where they do half-off lamb, chicken, and veggie gyros every Wednesday.
And that was our first dinosaur, I think, we've seen, too.
First. Elves, yes. Dinosaurs, not so much today, but there's one.
All right, they snuck right by us. That was the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, Iota chapter there. It started back in Bowling Green State University in March 15th, 1975. So thank you, ladies, for joining us.
Bound by the bonds of sisterhood, empowered by a commitment to servant leadership that is both domestic and international in its scope. Speaking of international,
we're seeing the international programs and partnerships at BGSU. They're celebrating International Education Week. Now, Bowling Green is home. I couldn't believe this, Jerry. I know they have a large contingent. 869 international students from a whopping 75 countries.
Who come here to learn, and then on average, over 500 BGSU students go the other way, spreading their wings, get the Falcon reference there, spreading their wings in studying abroad, someplace overseas.
So they're wishing these global Falcons, the Bowling Green community.
See the globe? That was nice. Yeah.
A happy holiday and a thank you for the welcoming and supportive home that they have here at BGSU. So I love seeing all the flags, too, the different nationalities that are representative here in today's parade.
BGSU, one of our sponsors, and the president will be along a little while here, chat with us, and maybe we'll talk about the international program and all the other exciting stuff going on out of BGSU.
They've got a few things going on.
Yeah, they do.
All right. Here we see it, the Community Zeus Award winner. This is recipient Kevin Fowler. He's the branch manager at Key Bank on South Main Street here in Bowling Green.
The Chamber of Commerce. Hi, J.D. Pooley, photographer extraordinaire here in BG. A legend. Just walked by. Yeah, the Chamber of Commerce, this is one of their high-level awards, the Zeus Award, that is given to a man who supports a culture that encourages women to achieve their full leadership potential. Kevin Fowler, Key Bank, way to go.
All right, this is what we've been waiting for the very beginning. We've seen these guys, so they're not delivering donuts. Well, what if they did deliver us food? That'd be great. Did we program this?
I think we could have done that. They would have been here. Could you see that if they just diverted from the parade?
So here you go. Yeah.
He's delivering right now.
So those little rectangle cars, if you will, they're just little. They're like almost
they're robots.
They're robots. They run autonomously on the sidewalks of Bowling Green, and when they get to their destination, the person who it's being delivered to has a code. You punch it in, and the top opens up, and you get your food in there.
You got a couple of them there, but there are dozens of them. They've become quite the talking point when people come into town. For those of us in town, I think we're kind of getting used. I'm not sure if you really get used to yet seeing robots. Oh, I'm hearing more Christmas music from an outstanding high school band.
This would be Elmwood Schools, the Marching Royal Pride, which is sponsored by Rosenboom Custom Crafted Cylinders and Wood County Safety Council. They're going to be performing right here in the Four Corners for the Bowling Green Holiday Parade. Let's give them a listen. clapping right along to it. Jerry Anderson down in Jerry City.
I love a good high school marching band, and we've got a bunch of them in the parade today, led by Director Megan Hayes, Assistant Directors Maddie Lyons, Amber Volschow, and Sydney Schroeder, and Field Commander Mason Crum and Devin Lloyd Elmwood. Your Royal Marching Band did all of you proud today in the Bowling Green Holiday Parade. They participate in many activities, and they just do a great job. It's great to have them here.
Up next, we've got Sleek Academy and All About the Kids Learning Center. Now, Sleek Academy, this is new here in town the last couple of years. This is a K through 12 grade private STEAM academy, not just science, technology, engineering. We add in the arts and mathematics to that equation.
I'll tell you, education, as you well know, very, very big in Bowling Green, not only the home of Bowling Green State University, but the fine public school district. And then you have places like Sleek Academy that are also, there are different ways to find education, and a lot of them, the Montessori school, all of that stuff going on. Sleek Academy, as Ryan has been telling you, has really developed quite a following here in Bowling Green. Good to have them as part of our parade. Their float, did you do the elf thing? You saw the students dressed as the elf they want to be? They say
your elf.
Be your elf. That's right.
I love a good pun.
Don't be someone else. League of Women Voters, founded in 1952, currently celebrating 70 years empowering voters, defending democracy in BG. During its 70 years, the League has advocated for causes such as good schools, services for senior citizens, a clean environment, so much more. Voters' rights. Thank you, League of Women Voters. It is great to have you along. You know who we also have along? Can I say this? One of our presenting sponsors today, and we heard from, we saw them earlier. Want to bring in Stan Kordaki, President of Wood County Hospital. Got to tell you, what a day. You guys had quite the contingent out here today, brother.
Yeah, we had 160 people show up. And we're a little short of help these days, so these guys are all working extra, but this is a special thing, and so our people always come out.
Yeah,
it's just phenomenal.
Okay, so you didn't leave the hospital empty so you could come out here and march in the band. You got plenty of people.
That would be bad.
But everyone said, well, Jerry and Ryan are going to be there, so we want to come. So we really had to draw lots.
He knows how to build us up. I appreciate that, Stan. Thank you.
Talk about the relationship, and I see it through the university sporting programs. We see it through the parade today. Your hospital, an independent hospital, which I love, has with this community.
Well, we sprang from the community, and if you ever read the story of the hospital, it took probably 40 or 50 years to put this together and get us started 70 years ago. Wow. And so, one of the things we tell everyone that joins us is that story, because there are a lot of interesting facets to it, and really it brings the focus always here. You don't get distracted about trying to do things that don't really relate to our mission. Our mission is taking care of people from Wood County.
Yeah. And yet there's still not just this insular institution. You reach out, you have great relationships. For example, with the specialists from Toledo Clinic who come down here. Stan, I got to tell you, I've had personal doctors who come down and they said, Jerry, your surgery center at your hospital, we also practice in Toledo at places. Your nothing can beat what you have at Wood County. I think of the Mauer Cancer Care Center, the cutting edge stuff you guys have brought online at the Wood County Hospital.
Well, that has always been the goal. We can do about 80% of the things you can do in the biggest hospital in the country.
Yeah.
We can do right here. We can do them safely, and we can do them well.
Yeah.
And so we've always been working step by step, service by service, like radiation oncology for Mauer. We've planned that for years, but we have the best technology, and really we have great doctors. So you get the same care here you'll get anyplace else.
You do have great doctors, great facilities over at the Wood County Hospital. He's Stan Kordaki, the president. We said earlier, 70 years old. And then I mentioned I was born at the Wood County Hospital, and right away WIchman over here said, so how old was the hospital when you were born? And I said it was actually pretty darn new back in those days. It was like 2 years old.
Jerry, I'm not touching that one.
That's the smart dude over here, Stan Kordaki. Thanks for what you and the hospital continue to do, not only in terms of providing health care in our community, but also supporting great community events like like the one we're part of today and you're part of.
Well, thanks. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks, Ryan. It's great. And thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Be well. Happy holidays, my friend.
Thank you, Stan.
Be well. Nicely done.
As we're having a great chat right there, I want to give a shout out to some of our other community partners who came by here. We had the Wood County Humane Society, and the Wood County Humane Society exists to be a community leader. We had Kuzno Restoration. They're family-owned, serving the area for 45 years. They're based out of just north of Bowling Green here, based out of Perrysburg. They are a restoration company specializing in fire, flood, and other unexpected disasters. As we see one of the many marching bands strolling right on through here. I believe this is the Cardinal Stritch Catholic High School marching
Good
band.
to have the Cardinal Stritch marching band after such a crazy year. They're pleased to be celebrating the holiday season with you once again. This year they have returned to the football field, looking forward to spreading school spirit at basketball games, in-person concerts, and a variety of school events. Now, what do we have?
This would be the Wood County Board of Developmental Disabilities, one of the staples here in Bowling Green and the Wood County area, and the services that they provide. They empower. Now, Jerry, of course, they have elves that support, empower, and inspire. They're tossing out apparently some fake snowballs to friends as well. A wonderful, wonderful group of people that I've gotten to know even more over the last few years. Of course, they've been wonderful supporters of our Perrysburg Inclusive Playground Project, which is open. Hello, good to see you.
Good to see you.
And what they do to help out individuals across the county every day.
You're all on television right now.
Hi, guys. Hey, Brent. Hi. Hey, Stephanie. Oh, we get some? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll take some of that. Thank you.
Thank you. Not bad. You know, be parade side, get some candy. That's not bad. It is. They just do a fantastic job, and they were so excited to be in the parade. The whole group is fantastic.
Now, one of the things that they are in need of, Jerry, are direct service providers, and so I want to give a shout out to that position, which goes out into the community and helps individuals. And so, if that's something that you want to do to help serve the community, get paid to do it as well. They're certainly in need of that. You can reach out to the Wood County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
One of the great service organizations in BG is the Bowling Green Kiwanis Club. They're celebrating 101 years of service to the BG community. They're known for the Pancake Days, both spring and fall daffodil fundraisers. They sponsor the Black Swamp Arts Festival Youth Arts Tent, one of the largest Kiwanis clubs in the state with 114 members. I happen to be one. Unfortunately, they meet on Thursdays at noon, and that's when I tape my TV show. But I'm still a member, and they sponsor youth leadership groups. They're very much involved in the community through BGSU, the high school, Eastwood, BG Middle School, Conneaut Elementary, and an action club at Woodlane.
Oh, I've been down there. I've done some damage to some of those Pancake Days.
Oh, yes, you have. Because it's as much as you want when you come. So pancake, sausages, we have it all. Arazkan Bari, right over there.
Good to see you.
Representative, good to see you, my friend. Hey, there they are. How are you? Nice to see you guys. Bob, Larry Nader.
We've got the
nice to see him.
We've got the Wood County District Public Library, which is just in our background. If you know the right direction to look, way off in the left.
Thank you, Lee.
But they're going to be celebrating here. They're dressed up for this is a different type of elf. This is more of a book type of elf. This is from Lord of the Rings, of course, the J.R. Tolkien series. And their theme is one library to rule them all.
Thank you, Jimmy. To ring bells. Yes, I know. I'm getting the pitch right there. The Kiwanis Club also provides bell ringing for the Salvation Army up at the Kroger. I do it every year, and Jim just reminded me I haven't signed up for this year, so I guess I will read out.
As he hands you candy.
Yes, that was it.
That's a kind way of doing it. That's right. You got good stuff over there, man. They were giving out good candy.
These will all go home with you, and not for you.
I already know that.
Yes. Hey, you like twirlers? We got twirlers.
I sure do.
BW twirlers, Baton Corps from really all over Northwest Ohio. As we watch the BW twirlers, you know who's down there closer to them than we are is our own Kaylee Kirby.
Yeah, that's right, Jerry and Ryan. We have the BW twirlers, as you just mentioned. Now, by this time, we've had marching bands come by, dance teams come by, and a cheer team come by. I've had some time to talk to the judges, who are literally right next to me, about what they're looking for in all of these performances. I'm told their way that they stick to the theme, the performance, their use of music, obviously people cheering right now, and then candy. That's the best bribe, right? Candy is really what they're looking for. So if you're still coming down or you're headed out, definitely bring some candy for these judges. They are judging great on that. Back to you guys.
How does it work on sideline reporters? The candy, I mean. Does that bribe you too, Kaylee?
Kaylee Kirby, thanks very, very much. I got to tell you, those twirlers, they have 9 high school drum majors or majorettes from 7 different schools, but they get together. I mean, they have male and female twirlers ranging from 3 to 19. You guys sound great and look great. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it.
All right, coming up next, as our Bowling Green Holiday Parade rolls along, we've got the Tiffin Seneca Heritage Festival here. You can see the 2019 to 2022 Tiffin Seneca Heritage Festival. Petite Princess Megan Shane there in the car sponsored by Fitch's Auto Repair there in Tiffin.
Reminder, Tiffin Seneca Festival, which is always a great one. Early fall, 3rd weekend in September. Great to have them along. She's not just a princess. She is a petite princess. And what a wonderful princess she is. Megan, have great holidays. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Tiffin Seneca Heritage Festival, for being part of it.
Thank our sponsors once again for today's Bowling Green City Holiday Parade. Of course, the City of Bowling Green, the Chamber of Commerce, Bowling Green State University, and the Wood County Hospital. As we get set for one of another marching bands here. We've got a couple more still to come, right?
Yeah, we absolutely. We're going to hear from several more bands, and obviously the Eastwood Marching Eagles are approaching the Four Corners, Worcester and Main Streets, and downtown BG is part of the huge Bowling Green Holiday Parade you're watching live. Director Brian Myers, Assistant Director Jonathan Root, Field Commander Samantha Stewart. The Eastwood High School Marching Band performing at over 35 events, including the Pemberville Free Fair. You know what it costs to go to the Free Fair?
Free 99.
Free. It's free.
Yeah.
They do so much, and I got to tell you, thank you, band, the Marching Eagles, doing a great job here in the Bowling Green Community Parade. They're sponsored by the Bowling Green Community Foundation.
Always do a great job here at the Bowling Green Holiday Parade, continuing to roll along. Coming up next, we've got some award winners for us as the Eagles are kind of high-stepping their way through downtown Bowling Green right past us.
I think they enjoy doing that, jumping up and down just to keep the blood flowing and keep warm on this chilly but comfortably chilly. I think if you have a holiday parade, I don't want it to be
It's got to be chilly, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. A couple of our other sponsors here I want to give a shout out to as well for us here. We've got
Can we say hi real quick,
Oh,
because
yeah.
we have Denise Neese right there. She is the Athena Award recipient. We mentioned earlier the Chamber of Commerce gave the Zeus Award.
Yep.
This is the Athena Award. She happens to be the executive director of the Wood County Committee on Aging. The Wood County Committee on Aging provides programs and services to the older adults of Wood County. Of course, a beautiful new senior citizen center over here in Bowling Green. And she was driven, by the way, and I know this guy, Joe Long, former superintendent of the Otsego schools. What do we have there?
We got one of those trolleys there. I don't see those too often at the fair anymore. Do they still run those at the fair?
I think they do.
Okay.
I think they do.
We've got the Wood County Fair.
How are you, Jimmy?
This upcoming year is going to be August 1st through 8th. They're going to be celebrating 150 years. Not this year. That would be not next year.
Okay.
The year after, 2023.
Okay. All right.
But we're really looking forward to 150 years.
But this coming summer, the next summer, big tradition, a big 149th celebration.
I believe that's the paperclip anniversary, right?
Yeah,
Trying to remember.
Tradition has it. All right, the Kia Soulmates. I read about this group, and I thought, what is this? Okay, the Kia Soul Club, also known as the Kia Soulmates, organized by Laurice Reese Moore of Bowling Green, the owner of a 2022 Red Inferno Soul. This is Kia Soul, the number one ranked subcompact SUV.
Okay, so this group originated in 2008.
Okay.
And they're a new Soul Club. This is their first event. So we'd like to welcome them here to the Bowling Green Holiday Parade, and we're rocking out with some guitars right there. So they've got soul.
There you go. I like that. Kia Souls. Did you know they come in 10 different vivid colors, 7 different two-tone color options? Who knew such a thing? But they're new, and they're making this their inaugural appearance. I think that's cool.
I couldn't think of a better place to kick it off here. I'm glad we were here. Someday we're going to turn around, Jerry, and say we were there. We were there.
It all started. Yeah. Someday, when they're at that Macy's thing in New York City, I'm going to say it all started with Ryan and Jerry in Bowling Green.
That's right. We'll have video proof of it. Up next, we've got Miss Sparkle Nation.
That's Callie, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is. Miss Sparkle Nation 2021.
Callie Gregory is her name. Sparkle Nation, by the way, strives to inform about... inspire with their personal stories, empower all to be themselves. To find out more, or to learn more, find Callie, and she can tell you all about Sparkle Nation.
And they're enthusiastic.
Yeah, they inform about sarcoidosis. There we go. Hi, Callie.
We're decked out there. We've got Disney all over the place there.
Nicely done.
Our next is going to be
what do we have?
Not in Our Town Human Relations Commission and We Are One Team. This is a big coalition and group here in Bowling Green.
Yeah, this is a very, very large effort. This is the university and the city together have joined since 2013. They affirm their commitment to social justice and to equity and inclusion, as well as embrace and celebrate diversity. You'll see Not in Our Town signs all over the city of Bowling Green. The city's Human Relations Commission promotes equality for and understanding among all people of the community, provides mediation through conferences and conciliation. Thanks to them for being part of our parade.
I've officially lost count at our number of marching bands here, but I love it, Jerry. Up next, Arcadia's marching band. Their 44 members are returning to the Bowling Green Holiday Parade, and they're about to perform for us live at the Bowling Green Holiday Parade.
stateside at the Four Corners in Bowling Green for the 2021 BG Holiday Parade. One of the presenting sponsors, we've been talking about them earlier. We saw them. We put them to work. They're in the parade. They're sponsoring the parade. And why am I not surprised? Because Bowling Green State University is just intrinsically woven in the fabric of this community. And the president of BGSU joining us now, Dr. Rodney Rogers. I know you would have it no other way.
Absolutely. It is great to be here in downtown Bowling Green. You know, as you know, the city of Bowling Green often is voted one of the best college towns in America, and this is partially what makes it such a great place.
Where we were talking about, you guys get voted stuff too, and we said from the Wall Street Journal, when they asked students around the country, all right, if you had to do it again, honestly, would you choose the same school? #1 public university, boom, BGSU.
Absolutely. We are so proud of that ranking 3 years in a row now.
Yeah.
Students overwhelmingly said, yep, I made the right choice, and #1 in the Midwest among all public universities.
And Wall Street Journal, I think in the same survey or related survey, weighs in on the teaching at BGSU.
Yeah, the student engagement and the quality of the teaching that goes on in the classroom, and we are incredibly proud of that ranking as well, one of the top in the nation, as you know. And, you know, it says a lot just about the kind of community we try to create each and every day. In these COVID years that we live in right now, it is more important than ever. We support each other. We find ways forward.
Stay there a second, because I'm going to have Ryan. We're seeing stuff go by.
We've got a lot going by. This would be the Wood County Young Democrats going by now. Their office is on the south end. They're by the old South Main Elementary School. The Young Democrats' purpose is to elect, support, uplift, and engage with young Democrats all across Wood County. Another one of our great members that are here with us for the Bowling Green Holiday Parade.
You know, we were talking earlier with the president of Bowling Green State University, Rodney Rogers, right now. You had a unit in the parade today, and it talked about international students, how many we welcome from elsewhere. The number surprised in a very impressive way, both Ryan and myself. Then we talked about how many students then, conversely, we send from here out around the world to learn the lessons of life globally.
You know, at the beginning of COVID, we had to slow down on a lot of that, students going abroad and students coming here, but we're back at it. And the number of students that are out and about now throughout the world, and the number of students that we brought in this fall and that continued this fall, it's an important part of a major public university to make sure we have a community from all over the world to learn from.
And when you're ready to show off some of that BGSU pride, walking by, as we were just talking there as well, we had the BGSU Falcon Outfitters. They have everything you need from A to Ziggy.
I got that.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Yep.
Go in every Friday. You can get 20% off regularly priced items this fall semester.
And we're also going to be looking at the H2O Church. Non-denominational church exists to serve VGSU both on campus and just down Main Street here in the city of Bowling Green. Anyone is welcome to check out the services Sunday at 9:30 at 11 a.m. downtown or 11:30 out on campus. Everybody around town's been talking about something going on at BGSU. It was there forever, it seems like. The Power Tower. The old administration building doesn't exist anymore.
Is something going on with that? Oh, that's the sound I'm hearing.
Yeah,
the pounding sound of the ball dropping. Yeah, you know, that administration building served us well for all those years. But at the bottom line, at the end of the day, what we're doing is recreating that gateway that connects the city of Bowling Green with BGSU. And we are so proud to have that open this next spring.
I'll tell you, the kids on my school bus, because they had to close Thurston, and I always took Thurston. So when we go around, the kids, oh, look, and every day they're getting the update. And the other day, while we were stopped at a red light, a long red light on Worcester Street, watching the ball, and my kids started chanting, drop it, and it would go down. It would go down and stuff would...
No, Jerry, they were talking about the gas pedal.
No, it's you know, and that is kind of the completion of Master Plan 1.0 of the university. We spent over $500 million investment in infrastructure, and we're working on Master Plan 2.0 to invest in sciences, engineering, and our healthcare, nursing, physical therapy. We got great programs continuing to grow at the university.
The transformation the last decade and a half that's happened out there is
incredible. I tell people the one thing that's constant at BGSU is change, and they're just upgrading. Thank you for what you're doing.
Hockey last night, 5-1, okay?
Thank you so very much. Thank you, Dr. Rodney Rogers, President. We got a band, buddy.
This would be the marching band out of Patrick Henry. They're sponsored by Industrial Power Systems.
Thanks, Rodney.
Let's give them a listen. the Patrick Henry Marching Band. And I also wanted to give a shout out, too, while we were talking to Dr. Rodney Rogers, Bowling Green State University president. We had their first United Methodist Child Learning Center and church come by. They also do an incredible service. We were talking about the Brown Bag Project, but they also, through their food pantry, serve over 100 families each month through a drive-through food pantry that they've kept going right through COVID.
First United Methodist, yeah. Tip of the hat to you, Patrick Henry. Thank you. They're sponsored by Industrial Power Systems. You know, they perform, sure, at football games. You expect that from a marching band, but also at their own Christmas cabaret. So they're right at home doing Christmas music for us.
Christmas cabaret?
Cabaret is what they call it. The band under the direction of Mr. Samuel Colehep, assisted by Mr. Nick Van Voris. The band led by drum majors Katie Johnson, Thomas Pelton, and Brady Sherd. All right, here we go. Maurice is checking in.
And they've been in the southern end of Bowling Green now for a number of years. They're specialized in women's clothing. They also carry great holiday gifting items such as slippers, blankets, jewelry, pajama sets, maybe even matching pajama sets. You don't know. They're gearing up for Black Friday, of course. That's going to be coming up this Friday. They're going to be opened up at 9 a.m. so you can check out all their deals.
Up next, the Girl Scouts of Western Ohio, the Black Swamp Service Unit. Take a look. The Girl Scouts building girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. Girls are encouraged to discover, connect, and take action. Oh, and by the way, if you're thinking, boy, I wish I would have joined Scouts, as they say, it's never too late to join. You can do GSWO, okay? Girl Scouts, Western Ohio.org to find out how.
.org
to find out how.
All right. Jerry, I'm a little disappointed, though. They're just passing out regular candy. I was waiting for, like, some Girl Scout cookies or something, you know? Like, give me some tag-alongs here.
Oh, Thin Mints.
I'm a Samoa's guy.
You're a Samoan guy?
Yeah, Samoa guy.
Very good. Let's take a look at this group, the Twizzle Baton Club. Let's watch and listen. To have them here. That Twizzle Baton Club, they're actually from up in Maumee. All right, instructed by Stephanie Wilson, assisted by Amanda Nix, doing a great job. They have girls ages 3 all the way up to 16 participating today.
I would drop that baton so many times.
Yes, you would.
As we watch the Twizzle Baton Club walk right by us here in downtown Bowling Green. We've got to thank Downtown Ben's and Ace Hardware, longtime staples here in downtown Bowling Green, the Bowling Green Community Foundation, the Downtown Bowling Green Special Improvement District, Industrial Power Systems for their support of today's holiday parade.
Along with the National Tractor Pulling Championships. And, of course, they're part of the parade, too. They'll be along momentarily.
They become a staple of the parade.
Wood County Safety Council, Dunn's Kitty Care. Thank you. BioFit Engineered Products. These are all sponsors. Banfax Pest Control. We couldn't do this without you and the BBB serving Northwest and West Central Ohio and Southeast Michigan.
John Newlove Real Estate. We've also got Pogemeyer Design Group, Woodhaven Healthcare. Thank you very much for your support. And Jerry, I got to say, this is not a sight that I'm used to seeing right here at the Bowling Green Holiday Parade. This would be Grumpy's.
Grumpy's, you think of them in Toledo.
They're downtown Toledo, right?
And now in Sylvania as well, but now they are new to Bowling Green. They opened just this year, well, during the Black Swamp Festival, which is, the second weekend in September. Famous for their garbage salad.
When you say you want a garbage salad, it's a good thing there.
It's a compliment. It's like, oh, you got a Grumpy's. You can't beat it. It is so good. Wait a minute. Something is happening behind me. Anyway, Grumpy's, thanks. Welcome to Bowling Green. They've been serving downtown Toledo for the past 4 decades. Now they're in BG, and they're in the parade.
Okay, this isn't a 1935 fire truck, but a 1951. We'll take it. A Chevy pumper fire truck is part of the collection out of the Wood County Museum. It's open for self-guided tours out there. If you don't know where it is, go Route 6, just south of Route 75.
Oh, there's so much
I've seen the finger. Right, the finger.
Okay, we won't go too much into that. Maybe now we do have to explain that, but we're not going to.
No. You go down there and find out what it is.
That's it. Join the museum now in the upcoming spring of 2022 for a new wedding-themed exhibit. I think that's kind of cool. You can follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Wood County Museum. We love the historical
reenactments,
museum.
All sorts of things out there.
Great.
It's fascinating.
Hey, speaking of vehicles and vintage vehicles with some miles and some years on them, we have the Black Swamp Willy's Jeep Collectors.
This is incredible. So we've got a 1946 Willys Army Jeep driven by a firefighter. We've got the 1953 Willys Army Jeep. Incredible here. A 47, a 53, a very fragile and vintage 2019 Jeep Gladiator joining them.
How'd that newbie sneak in here? A 1973 Willys Jeep. That is so cool. Hey, this is part of Toledo's heritage being shared here with Bowling Green because people, Jeep is synonymous with... Of course. Jeep has won wars. Let's face it. They say that about World War II, World War I. So here we go with this great group of all over the place. Nice to see you.
So we've got 40s, 50s, 70s.
Yeah.
And 2000s represented here, kind of going through the timeline of the Jeep Willys.
Way to go. Willys Jeep, nice to see you. There you go. Love it. Boy, they all got plenty of gifts in the back, too, don't they?
I mean, it's no First Alert Defender, but they're pretty cool. I'm partial, okay? I'm a little partial. We've got some more Elves joining us.
Defender was here earlier, if you missed it, looking good, and now we have the Willys Jeep group. There's the newbie one, and I'll tell you what, yes, they have over the years developed and all that kind of good stuff, but they always have that Jeep look and that Jeep muscle.
And the Gladiator was a big jump for them. Yep. I think it's proven pretty successful.
Absolutely.
Now, this has become a staple the last decade or so out here. The National Tractor Pulling Championships, of course, one of our Pull Town Elf sponsors. The float that they bring every year always brings it.
Yeah, now this year, they're doing something a little different. First of all, yes, you know about the National Tractor Pull. We are, Bowling Green is what?
Pull Town.
Pull Town, USA. And what this actually is, the Northwest Ohio Tractor Pullers, about 225 members, club members. They host the largest truck and tractor pull in the world. Now, today we have the Bossy Tractor, built in 1972 by Carl and Paul Bossy, restored by the club member Mike Ott. And we're going to take a look at that today and talk about the 55th National. They're already planning.
They're already planning. And Jerry, as you and I both... hold on.
Touch the ground and we hold her upright. On second thought, I do like to brag because I am mighty proud.
That's when you say That's when you say full pull. That is so great hearing that sound as I hear for like 3 days straight as I live right across from the Wood County Fairgrounds. But it's a great sound. Let me tell you what, they bring a lot of business to thank you guys.
Of course, thank you.
Thank you. They bring a lot of people into Bowling Green, thousands of people, and of course it's an economic development thing because those folks bring money with them.
Hi.
And the tractor pullers turn right around and do things like fun. Hey, you guys, nice to see you. Make-A-Wish Foundation Foundation and others. So, yeah, they're a staple item in this town, and it's great to have the National Tractor Pulling Championships represented right here as we cover live the Bowling Green Holiday Parade.
Now, this is a special award for somebody who's been in Bowling Green for a long
Great
time.
guy.
Great family. I want to talk about big supporter of everything that happens in and around Bowling Green. Our Outstanding Citizen of the Year this year is Tim Dunn. Of course, has done incredible work out at the Pee Wee organizations out at Carter Park. Tim, hello.
And Steve driving. That's very nice. Tim Dunn, I'll tell you what. Fine athlete in his own right, but I tell you what, he has for a lifetime led the Pee Wee baseball efforts in this town. And if you go past on I-75, you see Carter Park out there, and that whole development out there. Tim Dunn has been front and center in all of that, as well as everything else that the Dunn Funeral Homes are involved in our community.
And you think about Pee Wee baseball, of course, but I mean, it goes up to ages through high school, the different fields that are out there. So Tim Dunn, the Outstanding Citizen of the Year 2021 here in Bowling Green. Up next, ready to perform. We've got more performances here. This is the 5-Star Baton Company. No yawning.
Yes, he can. You can do whatever you want to. You're in the parade.
This would be 5-Star Baton Company performing. And this, again, ranges in age. I find this incredible. From ages 3 to 18. They are joining us from down in Hancock County. They're from Findlay and the surrounding areas.
That's great because, you know, the Bowling Green Holiday Parade, you have so many great local groups and organizations forming units and being part of the parade, and then welcoming in folks who want to be part of this parade. It's good to have our visitors from Findlay, the 5-Star Baton Company. I thought about them. I've been sitting here with, pretty substantial, nice, warm gloves on, and I see that some of them have gloves too, but I saw some of the twirlers, like that lady right over there that just made a very nice catch. The feature twirler jacket on, and I don't know how the fingers keep working the way they do for those young ladies. A little chill in the air today, but just perfect for the Bowling Green Holiday Parade. Sass Salon and Spa. You know, Greg and Heather Shepard, you know who they are? The people behind Stadium Salsa and all that kind of good stuff. They have their salon right across from City Park over there, okay? It's at Maple and Conneaut, located at the corner of Maple and Conneaut. The spa services include facials and chemical peels and facial and body waxing that I know you're very, very big into. Dermaplaning, lash and brow tinting, brow lamination, all that kind of good stuff. Somebody told me that Jerry Anderson gets his hair cut there. So I'm just telling you. Greg, Heather, and the ladies at SAS wish everyone a happy and healthy holiday season.
And may I say, your eyelashes and eyebrows look fantastic, Jerry.
And you go ahead and comment on the body waxing as long as you're into No.
I will never comment.
That is the right call. Let's talk about this sweet shop.
They're located at 1220 West Wooster. You know I have a big sweet tooth.
How are you guys? Good to see you.
Here comes Sass.
We've been talking about you. Hey. There's Jennifer Shirky. She cut somebody's hair.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. Is that where you were this morning? Is that why you were late for casting call this morning?
These are just many of the talented ladies who work over at the Sass Salon. Good to have them along. Now we can talk about the sweet shop.
I see a donut there. That's a big donut.
Yeah. Now, what are you supposed to have in those bags? It's probably got to be candy.
Yeah, you probably can't.
Donuts around. But I tell you what, their donuts are fantastic.
If they had fresh donuts, they were probably gone 3 blocks ago.
No doubt.
Oh, all right. So thank you very much for joining us. Again, the Bowling Green Holiday Parade. You're watching it live here on WTOL 11, and we're so happy that you're joining us. This parade couldn't happen without our presenting sponsors, the City of Bowling Green, the Chamber of Commerce, Bowling Green State University, and the Wood County Hospital. Now I'm joined with Jerry Anderson here live. We also have our Kaylee Kirby, who's live just behind us at the Four Corners intersection. That's where all the judging is happening for the marching bands and the different floats.
Let's get it down to Kaylee.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Judging going on right next to me. I actually have some kids handing out some candy, but I'm going to ask the judges here, just watching, right? Is this your guys' first time here?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so what has been your favorite part so far?
Personally, I'm a little biased, but the Starship robots are awesome. I love seeing them out rolling around.
I like the bands.
Okay.
Yes.
The music, seeing everything, right? Okay, so one thing that is being judged right now is the theme and how well they stick to that. The Elves on Main. What do you think about everyone and sticking to the theme this year?
They did pretty good.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's amazing to see all the details that people put into it.
Awesome. Yep. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. We'll send it back over to you guys, Jerry and Ryan.
I think it's tough to do. How do you judge? If I were to judge, just everybody, title for us. It's all gold star.
Well,
it's all great
thanks,
stuff.
Jerry. Great competition.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Cub Scout Pack 485 here from St. Al's. They're a Cub Scout family that promotes family scouting, and they're accepting boys and girls, so your whole family can enjoy scouting.
Want to mention, too, right before the Cub Scouts, the Bgsu Pride Association organization established back, actually, earlier this year, their goal to provide safe spaces in BG for individuals and families of the LGBTQ plus community. As they grow, their organization hopes to increase visibility, promote a more welcoming community here in Bowling Green. Their theme this year, in keeping with the theme, Express Your Elves.
Oh!
You remember the song Express Yourself? Well, this is Express Your Elves, so they did a great job. And there are our Cub Scouts from over at St. Al's.
There should be a pun award. Like, do the judges get, for best pun?
We've had some good ones today. These folks are working it. I like that. Very nicely done. Good to have them along as you watch the Bowling Green Holiday Parade live and in living color right down here at the Four Corners downtown Bowling Green. Got some more tractors coming. This is the power of yesteryear.
This is a group that has about 80 to 100 members, various brands of tractors and engines. Of course, Wood County and its agricultural history. We have no lack of tractors and old combines. In fact, we have so many combines here. You go back to the Wood County Fair, we just smash them together every single year.
Well, there is. Yeah, you've heard of demolition derbies. You think of them for cars. We'll take combines out there and just run them into each other.
It's
because we can.
One of them flipped over this year. So, the Power of Yesteryear Club, they meet every third Monday at either the Liberty High Road location or the Wood County Sheriff's Office meeting room. The club puts on pedal pulls at the 5 Point Thresher Show, Scrap, and the Lucky Festival. Very cool to see these machines still up and running.
Look at some of these things. That is just great. All part of the heritage of some of the greatest farmland around in Wood County, Ohio. And of course, Bowling Green, the county seat. The power of yesteryear.
Now, you're probably sitting here, we're over an hour and a half into this Bowling Green holiday parade, thinking to yourself, well, you got to be almost done, right?
Oh,
no,
there's much more to
you just saw it right down Main Street there. We still got a lot more to come. Mayor's going to be joining us in a little bit as well.
Well, he's already the mayor, obviously, and then today he got to be the grand marshal.
So he's like super mayor today.
He's super mayor. Yeah, super mayor, grand marshal. And, I'm going to rib him. Say, well, who voted on Grand Marshal? And he'll probably say City Council after I told them how to vote.
You can do that as mayor, you know.
Yes, mayor.
Now, Mayor, this is your 4th year in a row as Grand Marshal. No.
They love me here. What can I say?
Can't even defend himself. All right, here come the Power of Yesteryear Club. Following them is going to be...
Look at the Alice Chalmers right there.
I don't know what that is.
Well,
it's a tractor, right?
It was, kind of. It was a tractor at one time.
Okay. Well, it's still a tractor.
It is still a tractor.
Yes.
By today's standards.
Don't let Jerry fool you, tractor. You're still a tractor. Talk down. He could hear you.
That's right. I see my Bobcat marching band. They're on the horizon. Also coming along here.
Now,
got some more of the tractors. Now this one.
Food. Oh, here we go. Oh, got some more tractors. Okay.
Let's get this one right here because this is kind of, now that was not built that way by Farmall, right?
You don't think so?
No.
That's a 2-seater.
It's tripped out. It's cool.
That's a trainer.
Look, Farmall.
All right, so watching all the tractors finishing up, coming into the four corners now. In the last decade or so, Jerry, food trucks have become all the rage, right?
Absolutely.
State Bank, what they decided to do is now they have a roving food truck that you can request for various get-togethers, organizations, or community events, and they can provide their food truck for you. So this is a State Bank Gives, gathering individuals to volunteer, empower, and serve. I've been to a number of events where this is out there, and just a great asset in the community.
There's so many times the organizations that are doing something, they're nonprofits, and they're saying, okay, we don't want to have to put on the whole food service thing. Boom, here comes State Bank saying, you know what? I think we can help you with it. It's great promotion for them, but it's also giving back to their community. So thank you, State Bank, for A, what you do in the community, and then B, for being part of this huge Bowling Green holiday parade today.
Food truck. We've been going now. This is a great. I'll tell you what. This has to be one of the bigger Bowling Green holiday parades, and I loved seeing how many organizations that we had, of course, from Bowling Green, but the outlying locations, seeing how many people come to this and joining us as well here for this. So coming right through the four corners of downtown Bowling Green, this is a State Bank giving back to the nonprofits. They love to give back, and they feel that the community is stronger because of those efforts. We're going to be joined here in just a moment. We've got Super Mayor, as we were calling him.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, there's Mayor, and then there's Grand Marshal of the holiday parade. And when you get to wear both hats, we think that makes you Super Mayor. Mike Aspacher joining us here along Main Street right here at the Four Corners in Bowling Green. This is always a special day in BG, a continuation of a long, long tradition. But today, the gang really hit a home run.
Yeah, good morning, guys. It's really great to be with you. Two Bowling Green guys. You know as well as anybody how important this event is to our community. And, you know, it's special every year, but I think it's particularly special this year. We missed it last year.
And let's talk about that, because after what happened last year, and we will break away. I'll interrupt you because our Bobcat marching band is going to perform at the Four Corners. We're going to watch that. But we think that that is a huge dang deal after what all of us as society were through a year ago, to see this coming together and this coming out in Bowling Green for the holidays.
There's no doubt about it. I think that the turnout today demonstrates the fact that people miss this event. People are hungry for community events like this. They want to gather. And how great is it that we have the ability to host this event in our beautiful downtown? It's just so great to see people together again, you know, our community gathering in our downtown. And it's just terrific to have everybody down here.
I hear some Bobcats roaring. I don't think we're going to be able to hold them back much longer. Here it is, the Bowling Green Bobcat Marching Band.
Tell you what, Bruce Corrigan directs the Bowling Green High School Marching Bobcats, and they just do a great job. Assistant directors, Kayla Gronsky, Emma Stamp. Field commanders, Mallory Miller and Gianna Hemming. They play throughout the area. In fact, we can go back and listen to some more if we want to for a while. The mayor of Bowling Green, Mike Aspacher, is right along here. And the Bobcat Marching Band just do a great job.
They are just unbelievably good. We're so proud of those really talented kids and all of the teachers that guide them and the work that they do. It's just great to be able to see them at an event like this and every Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go down and listen to some more of the Bowling Green Bobcat Marching Band in the Bowling Green Holiday Parade. The Bowling Green High School Marching Bobcat Band performing right at the heart of BG, the Four Corners. Maine and Worcester, you're watching live coverage of the Bowling Green Holiday Parade. We've been at it since 10 o'clock this morning. And yeah, the big guy, well, the other big guy, this guy named Claus, will be along. Rumor has it. Right now, we're with one of the big guys in BG, the mayor of the city of Bowling Green, Mike Aspacher, who today also was honored and served as Grand Marshal of this parade. We're down here in this historic downtown area and talking with Mary Henkelman earlier. We want to emphasize in Bowling Green or whatever community you're in, it's so important to support local merchants in our community.
Jerry, you're absolutely right. It's important to do that every year, but this year I think it really provides a great opportunity. We all know that there are a lot of supply chain issues out there. And even though, you know, in the past it might have been easier to sit at home and order on the internet, now you may not get it before Christmas. So there's a great opportunity to go downtown here in Bowling Green and visit these stores. I've been in the stores. We've done some shopping, and they've got inventory. So you can walk in, you can buy your presents for your kids, grandkids, then you can go get a cup of coffee. You can go to one of our restaurants. So yeah, you can get it all taken care of in one trip to beautiful downtown Bowling Green.
As a fellow Bowling Greener, sometimes because you're here and you get so close to it, but when you step back, you've got shops that have been here forever, but then it's amazing how many new shops, new people are bringing in new products, new merchandise, new spirit and energy to our downtown. So it's this great mix of the old that you can always count on Ben's and doing that, and then so many of the new things. I know that downtown, they're staying open late on Wednesday nights now through the holiday season.
That's right. I believe they're staying open till 8 o'clock in downtown area, so it's another great opportunity to get down here and do your shopping.
It says that on every Wednesday night, we not only stay open till 8 o'clock at night, they're participating in a gift card special. You pay $25 gift card and you get an additional $5 for free. So do the math. That's free money, folks. I would take advantage of that.
And somebody with a 5-year-old son, a.k.a. me, you're not going to find more unique gifts than what you find at Ben's either. You're not going to find them in the big store. So they're a great place to go. And speaking of having a 5-year-old, he's behind us off the stage, and he's waving furiously at the big man coming right down Main Street right now.
It's time.
He has arrived. This is Santa's. The float that Santa's riding on is sponsored by Visit BG Ohio. It's nice that the big man can make a little time to come down here to Bowling Green. He knows how big of a deal at this holiday parade is every year, and he never disappoints.
Yeah, it's probably one of the bigger holiday parades in the region, so he knows where to go. He knows where to go.
We've got some elves, of course, going along with our theme of elves, painting some of the toys along with them there.
Buddy the elf right up front. You see that?
I see that. Yep.
Hello, Mr. Claus.
Oh, we've got Jolly the elf
nice
right there.
Nice to see you, Santa.
Hi.
Nice to see you, Santa.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, right there, that made my day. Santa looked down and said, "Hello, Mr. Anderson." Not Jerry, but Mr. Anderson.
I think I might get. That's because you're on the naughty list. He doesn't call you by first name.
I was going to say it's familiar. I'm not sure if that's great or not.
Yeah. Okay. That Santa looks good. You know, for the years he's been doing this, I think Santa looks good. I like this thing you guys are doing in BG. Mayor Mike Aspacher is with us here as we also take a look at the fire division going through, and we'll talk about the great community support. I mean, you guys got a lot of workers out here today. We'll talk about that. But they're doing this downtown photo contest. All right, so the idea is you bring your camera, which is on your phone for most of us, right? Bring it downtown, and you snap that picture that you think just captures the spirit of Christmas in downtown Bowling Green.
Yeah, there's a lot of great opportunities to capture those pictures here in downtown. I think they've decorated great. There's a lot of decorations going up in the windows of the various shops. So, yeah, it's a really great opportunity. Come down, announce your presence in downtown Bowling Green and maybe win some prizes.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to put it then. You take your pictures, you submit it. They'll put it on the Downtown BG website, so we'll get all of these great holiday photos from around. But then they're giving away first prize, going to receive $200 in downtown dollars. Second prize is $100 in downtown dollars. Not for a photo, but I've been on the receiving end of downtown dollars. They spend as cash. It's just that good. You bring your downtown dollars into any one of these merchants participating all up and down Main Street. Boom. It's a great way to do shopping there.
Yeah, absolutely. Jerry, this is so great. And I'm really thankful for WTOL, for Jerry,
Thanks,
you
man.
and Ryan for the work that you do to help Bowling Green to showcase itself for this event. I really hope that everybody has a terrific holiday season. And one thing that we learned is that we've got a lot to be thankful for.
We do.
All of us. We all do. And in Bowling Green, we really want everybody to take a little bit of time, reflect on those things that we do have to be thankful for and have a great holiday season.
We've been through some tough times, Ryan. There's no doubt about that. But it is also shown in so many cases the good it brings out in people. And there's so many of the things that I think that historically, Mayor, we probably took for granted, we now appreciate even more. And this is the season of Thanksgiving, certainly. And as we approach the holiday season, that was a great sentiment you just shared, that we do have so much to be happy for and to celebrate during the holidays.
There's no question, Jerry. I think the Bowling Green community, like everybody, we've been through a lot, but we're resilient.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
We're resilient.
Okay. Why don't we get you in?
Absolutely. All right, hold on. I think we also have Kaylee standing by.
Good, let's get it down to Kaylee.
But before the judges run away and submit everything.
She might have the inside scoop.
Oh, I think she's trying to get some information. See, this is what our reporters do at WTOL 11. Even at the holiday parade, they're scoping their sources. Let's see. Oh,
here we go.
Do we have some information? Let's see. We're getting some of the judges up here.
Kaylee's mic.
Kaylee, we're going to get your mic turned on. There you go. As we get.
I got my mic on now. We're good. Can we hear me?
Yep.
Hey, there's Francis.
There we go. All right, I've got the judges joining me. I've talked to you throughout. We're now officially done. What do you guys think of all of it?
I thought this was a great experience. There's so much energy downtown today.
It's great to see everybody again.
I love seeing everybody in the community out and about again after all this time of being stuck indoors.
Definitely. And so some of you, it's your first year. Some of you, it's your multiple sixth year. After not having it last year, what was it like to see everyone lined up? Not just the people coming through, but lined up and really out here supporting downtown.
It was really good to see it.
I think for a minute it kind of lets us forget everything that's going on and just enjoy the moment.
Okay, I know you were judges. You got to tell me who were your favorites so far as they came down.
I think it's hard to judge. I mean, you could tell that everybody made an effort, and I think we're going to take all of those things into consideration.
Well, of course, I'm a little biased. The
Exactly.
BG schools did a great job today.
They did. Yeah, it's going to be a tough decision, but I think just the effort that they've put into this has been amazing.
Great. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for talking to me, and good luck to everyone that's getting judged out there. I'll throw it back to you guys, Jerry and Ryan.
All right, Katie, thanks so very much. Superintendent of Schools Francis Crucci just saying flat out, it's tough not to be a little biased. He's proud of what the schools did today.
Now,
the
I
big
was just
decorated
asking,
bus.
hold on, this is a very official thing. He has to abstain from voting in this, right? And he's probably going to vote for the BG City schools.
It's a Christmas thing. I don't know. Let's ask the mayor.
It's okay. It's okay to let your bias show through in situations like this. I'm sorry. I'm a homer in a lot of ways, and I'll always be a homer for Bowling Green. You can bet on it.
Hi, Francis. Nice to see you, Superintendent. Good job, you guys. I talked to you earlier. You got a lot of city employees. I was down the side. You got some of the biggest equipment I've ever seen just kind of protecting the downtown just for this 2-hour little window here, keeping vehicular traffic out of downtown. Your folks really came out in force.
Yeah, our public works, our police division was down here. Everybody down here doing what we can do to support the event. Mary Hinkleman and her crew down at the Chamber of Commerce responsible really for organizing this. There's so many people that work so hard to put this on, and the City of Bowling Green is just really grateful for the opportunity to be a community partner for this event.
Yeah. Well, community partner, we had Rodney Rogers sitting in your chair earlier. He talked about how they feel very much that it is part of their role. They need to be, want to be, and very much are integrally involved in this community. As we take a look at the big plows, boy, if they came right now for us, we'd all be in trouble. This is the mayor. Stand down.
They would sweep us up in a heartbeat.
Hey, you guys have, give me this scoop. Don't you have a new city building coming?
We do. We're going to mobilize before the end of this year and start construction in the beginning of next year. Yeah. And we're going to move into a beautiful brand new municipal administration building on North Main Street in the first quarter of 2023.
That is so exciting. And when you say brand new, but we're keeping a little bit of the old. Folks, when you come to Bowling Green right there on Main Street, and it used to be the post office at one time, all right? You see the big columns, that stately building. That has more recently housed the senior center. Well, we got a brand spanking
They got a little upgrade.
Yeah, we got an upgrade on senior. But then right behind them across the parking lot in what was, I think, an old library at one time, has been City Hall for years and years. Now you're going to finally get a new home for city government and be more accessible to the public and all of that.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'm glad you pointed out the historical preservation aspect of the new building. We understood our responsibility to recognize and understand the historical significance of that portion of the building, so we're going to restore that. That's going to be the backdrop for the new city council chambers. Yeah. And then we're going to build out to the west a beautiful new 2-story, 30,000 square foot city administration building that will be really great in terms of allowing our citizens to interact with us to do the business that they need to do. All of the offices that they would typically need to contact will be located on the first floor. And it's really going to be terrific. Jerry, as you know, we've been talking about this in this community for a great number of years, and I'm really grateful that working along with City Council, we've got to the point where now we're getting the design finished, and we're going to start construction in the spring, and it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, very good. What do you have for us?
I was going to say, Mayor, you got a few more minutes to hang out with us?
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
All right, we're going to send it over to Kaylee Kirby, again live, joining us at the Fort County Career Center. They're folding stuff up on you behind you there, Kaylee. What's going on?
There go the bleachers.
I know. I mean, people were here 1 second, and now they're all gone, and I'm just like, what in the heck? But we were able to grab Mary, the Executive Director of Chamber of Commerce, right here with us. Mary, talk to us about what this was like, putting it on and seeing it all come to fruition after not having it last year.
Oh, my goodness. So this is my third time around on the holiday parade as Executive Director, and we have a really, really strong project team that helps us through all the decision making. But I will tell you, my staff at the Chamber of Commerce, they jump into it full time. We are doing timing charts and lining everybody up on the right streets and last minute changes, and even down to this morning, some of the volunteers didn't make it. So it's quick thinking, but what this does for the city of Bowling Green, I would do it every day of the week. And I'd probably die in the process because it's a little difficult. But it's amazing. It's amazing. You saw the people that come out. We love our city. We absolutely love our city. And you saw.
Yeah.
How heartwarming.
A lot of time and hours, as you just mentioned, put into this to see all of the community come out and support all of these people who have come and walked straight down Main. What is that like for you guys at the Chamber of Commerce?
Can you see the smile? It is so amazing. We know that everybody that is in it wants to be in it because they love Bowling Green. And yeah, it's very heartwarming to see the kids. I took some pictures for social media of these kids with candy smears on their faces, and even not just those going down the street, and how much pride they have in the groups, the businesses, the organizations that they belong to, but also those kids along the street. It just is so heartwarming. You know, they're filling their faces with candy and just happy. Great family memories.
I would definitely call it a success. This was my first year, but we've done this a number of years. To know that you put it on, it was successful, everyone seemed to have a great time. What does that mean to you?
It's everything. It's everything to me. Why do it if people aren't going to show up? And they want it. That's why they show up. It means everything.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. I'll send it back to you guys, Jerry and Ryan.
Katie, thanks so very much. I'd like that. What's Mary Hinkle going to do the rest of today? She can do whatever she wants because it came off, I think, without a hitch. Yeah. This is the mayor of Bowling Green, Mike Aspacher. And someone to say, don't ever talk politics on a parade, for Pete's sake. But in Bowling Green, I think we can do it because this is an example. You ran as a Democrat. The previous mayor, Dick Edwards, a Republican, endorsed you. And in Washington, they would say, it can't be done. Bowling Green's proof, yeah, we can all have our positions, but we can all work together.
Jerry, don't you think that's the way that it should work?
Absolutely, in Columbus and in Washington.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that. And that's something I've really been proud of here in Bowling Green. There's a long tradition of nonpartisan government. You know, I was on city council for a long time, 10 years, and I served with Republicans and Democrats, and once we were seated at that table, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Everybody that has historically and is currently involved in city government in Bowling Green, we're focused on how we can work together, build consensus to continue to do what we can do to help our community grow and prosper. And that's the focus, that's the work. And I'm really proud of the fact that that continues to be the fact here.
Yeah, and we should also point out, hometown kid, first ward kid.
First ward kid, yeah. Went to Ridge School. No,
my wife went to Ridge, yeah.
There's a playground there now, right?
There's a playground. Well, you'll see a theme here, Ryan, unfortunately. So, yeah, I went to Ridge School. That school was demolished. Now it's a playground. I went to the junior high school.
Gone.
That building was demolished. Now,
but what a beautiful green space the Worcester Green is.
Yes. Beautiful Worcester Green. And then I graduated from Bowling Green High School. So, yeah, this is my home. I've never lived anywhere else. I was married here, raised my children here. So, yeah, I am just, I'm so proud to be associated with our community.
If I followed that right, the lead story could be Mayor predicts high school to be torn down, as all of his previous schools were torn down.
Well, I'm not going to predict anything, but, we're talking a lot about how we can improve our facilities in Bowling Green, so,
And that is important because an education system, we can point it out all over Northwest Ohio around the country, is very much vitally connected to the well-being of a community.
No question about that. I think that the strength of a local school system does certainly contribute to the strength of a community, and we've seen in this community that there is great support for education in Bowling Green. You would think that that's going to be true with us being affiliated in the home of Bowling Green State University, but education is important here. Our citizens have demonstrated that again and again, and I'm sure that will continue to be the case in the future.
Ryan, as a local, which elementary school did you go to for 9 years?
They didn't knock mine down, but mine is no longer in commission. I'm a South Main kid, and a couple of years at Crim as well, so I still drive by there, and I'd just love to go in there and check it out. It's just such a cool old building as well.
South Main.
South Main.
Which is still used for community stuff, right? The large groups, or are they not using it anymore?
I'm not, honestly, Jerry, I'm not sure. The last I was told, there was a private owner, and they were having private, art workshop classes and that sort of thing in there, and that's what I understand.
Remember the old ice cream social days and everything else from South Main. Now, we talked so many things with Dr. Rodney Rogers when he was here. Changes that have happened over the last decade at Bowling Green State University. We've got, of course, administration building that's come tumbling down in the process of that right now. The new City Hall is going to be built to different administration buildings. What has you excited? We've talked about changes over the last year or decade. What changes ahead can you foretell or look forward to that has you excited as mayor here in Bowling Green?
Well, Ryan, I think that all those things that you point out really demonstrate that there's a lot of positive momentum here in Bowling Green. We're really building. The changes at Bowling Green State University, their continued investment. Our new Veterans Building, the park is beautiful. Yes. Our new city building, the new Senior Citizen Center. There's positive positive momentum, and in 22 we're going to build on that. We're going to continue to figure out ways that we can invest in our neighborhoods, we can invest in our downtown, and we're going to help do what we can do to help maintain this positive momentum. We're going to focus on economic development and bringing new businesses to town, and I just think there's a lot of great things happening here.
So many of these new buildings, we're talking about the senior center, the new Veterans Hall, which so many people haven't gotten to see yet because of this pandemic that we're still dealing with and spinning in here, but someday we're going to fling the doors wide open to so many of these buildings, and it's going to be just wonderful assets.
Got to MC the park. I saw you there. The Park and Recreation, the foundation over there. My first time in the Veterans Building. Very beautiful building, and I see it's getting a lot of traffic over there, which is good. A lot of groups going. And as I was telling Ryan earlier, a little tear for Jerry, because the old Veterans Building, remember it over at City Park?
I do.
That was the home of Jerry and Terry Anderson's wedding reception in November 15th of 1980, 41 years ago. Torn down. They tear down his schools. They tear down my wedding reception hall. But it was a great step forward to the new Veterans Building.
It's a sign of progress, Jerry. It's a sign of progress. It really is. That's the way I look at it. We're moving forward, and we're just so thrilled with what's happening here, and we're just going to keep doing everything we can do to keep it moving forward.
And then real quick, I know it's a big dang deal. They keep studying and talking about it, as they should. We've seen some movement already. The whole corridor linking Bowling Green State University as you come into the downtown area.
Yeah, we're going to continue to focus on opportunities along East Worcester Street, and now that the administration building is coming down at the campus there, that really opens up the campus along Court Street to the downtown area. Excuse me. I have no question that in the coming year or so, we'll be talking about opportunities to really develop that corridor between the university and downtown along Court Street, because it just seems like a natural connector between campus and the city, and I think there's a lot of great opportunity that in front of us there that we'll take a close look at.
All right, very good. Big day in your life, be Grand Marshal of this parade?
One of my best days ever.
Very good. Thank you. He's Mike Aspacher. He is the mayor of the city of Bowling Green. Long time, 10-year council member? And now the mayor. Super mayor on this day. When you get to be both the mayor of this town and the grand marshal of its holiday parade, you get to be a super mayor. Thanks for everything you do. Have a good holiday season, my friend.
Appreciate it. Good seeing you. Thanks. All right. So, Jerry.
Sir.
Let's wrap up this holiday parade. That was a good one.
That was a dandy one, and I tell you what, just congratulations to everybody down here from the chamber and everybody, all of our sponsors who came together to put this one on. Very nice crowd. Thanks for coming out. If you didn't make it today, I hope you enjoyed our broadcast here on WTOL. I hope to do it again next year, maybe with you right along the street picking up candy.
Lots of candy.
With us. That's all going home to Grant, right, buddy?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So City of Bowling Green, Chamber of Commerce, have to thank them for being presenting sponsors. Wood County Hospital, Bowling Green State University as well. And so couldn't do it without all of them. And this is fun. You know, we had to take a little bit of a break last year because of everything going on in the world. But, Jerry, it was such a pleasure being back here alongside with you as our hometown parade. It's really special. Thinking about all the years watching this, and now we get to host it. And couldn't have had a better time. Thank you.
Thanks for being with us today. Have a great holiday season.
Bye-bye.
Do you love helping animals? Then choose an exciting career working with animals at Stotzenberger College as a veterinary technician, or take one of our shorter animal care programs. During your studies, you could gain real-world experience at a worksite with our well-established network of employers. Our college's #1 goal is to help you find a job that starts your career. Act now. Many of our programs start every